Here comes your pre-market summary for Monday, January 9th. Futures back in positive territory, coming off a pretty impressive performance, if you remember. Back on Friday, heading into the weekend, 2+% gains right across the board for all three U.S. markets following the December jobs report that came in higher than expected. But two important points coming out of that report. One, wages decreased, and two, on a month-over-month basis, even though that number was higher than what was expected, it was still a decline. Here comes what we need to know for this morning. 0.4 for the S&P currently, the Dow 0.34, 0.5% for the NASDAQ, all three back to the upside, as I mentioned. 0.2 here in Toronto for the TSX. Big move for crude oil, 3.5% right now for futures back to the upside. Positive to start on the crypto front as well. That's the way the daily chart looks for the SPY. We're higher than that right now this morning, finally at least attempting to break out of this choppy sideways action that we were in for most of the holiday. Yeah, China reopening optimism, the possibility of easing rate hike worries as well coming into play this morning for the overall market. Speaking of China, Tesla back to the upside. Impressive here in the pre-market, in fact, strong in the pre-market, as they say some of the wait times for the Model Y specifically in China have once again increased, signaling more demand coming through. Alibaba shares in play this morning, higher after, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now 6 days in a row, straight to the upside for Alibaba. Jack Ma saying over the weekend he will, in fact, cede control of the company in the near future. So we'll have a look at Alibaba. All of the Chinese ADR is very strong. Noteworthy anyways at this point. Here comes some of the chip makers as well. NVDA was notably strong in this group on Friday on the back of the possibility that rate hikes could be nearing the highs. We'll have a look at some of the chips this morning. Lulu downside in a big way. They cut their fourth quarter margins. They actually raised their revenue forecast for Q4, but cut the margin forecast. So Lulu down big time here pre-market. Speaking of retailers as well, Macy's also to the downside this morning. They said their holiday quarter sales will be at the low end of their forecast. Positive news for OCGN this morning on the COVID-19 front. We'll have a look at that. Bed Bath & Beyond doing all kinds of volume here in the pre-market, and also HKD, a notable name moving around here pre-market as well. Grab the watch list, guys. Use that QR code on screen right now. We're coming up at 8:30. We're live with you on a Monday on TraderTV.Live.